Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Masterbox. And for some of you it might be not that fresh because this kit was available for some time now. We have a reissue just like the previously reviewed car kit, and what I have here is the final shape of the release, so you should be able to get exactly the same stuff if you order it, for example, from Max. The kit number is simple, it's written there in the corner, it's MB35100, and we have here the German military car from World War II era, and I think it's not hard to guess that we get the Mercedes here, and the overall idea I think might be suitable for some dioramas or maybe even as the solo subject, so that's why I decided to take a closer look. And the first thing worth noting is that the packaging is typical for this brand. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Also here on the side you will find some safety advices in 3 languages, and here we have 2 more. And as for the marking guide, here we have the side profiles with assembly versions as far as I can guess, so we even can vary if we have the raised windows or we have the raised roof, and also we have the paint chart here in several manufacturer designations. So this is the side opening box, so just give me a second to open it. It's a bit of a tight fitment as you can see, and we have all of the frames packed into one plastic bag, so I'm going to open it right now and we will take a closer look together, so just a moment. In the meantime, I can remind you that you can find the review of the previous version as well on the same YouTube channel which you are watching right now, and I think it's worth checking because it was also quite a nice car kit to work on. And here I would suggest we start with, it's quite interesting how it is made here. So, first of all, we have here the vinyl tires. This is something what I'm not a huge fan of, as you know, so far, if you are following me for some time. And if you would like to get the better features on your model, then definitely find some replacement for this stuff, because it will just improve the overall appearance considerably, and I think such upgrade is noticeable in a 1/35 scale. Next we continue here with the first gray plastic sprue, and as you can see, this one is dedicated to the floor panel, which is molded together with the side fenders, and we also have the supports for the seats. Also here you can see the rear section of the vehicle. It is also molded as a single piece part, and you have to install it onto the floor panel. And we also have the separate roof. It's a bit of the, as you can see, quite free movement overall, but it's attached on one attachment point. I hope it will not break off, and overall quality looks fine to me. I'm just trying to handle it more or less carefully, and all of this is happening because all of the frames are packed into one plastic bag, so that's why. Next we continue with the clear plastic frame, so here you'll find the glasses for the car. We also have the headlamp lenses, and overall molding quality looks great. There are no masks included, so if you would like to get a neat paint finish, you would like to cut your own masks. And keep in mind that this part is, or this frame is not packed into the separate plastic bag, so unfortunately it might be scratched, so ask your seller to pack it carefully in order to get the part in proper state. Next we continue with the gray plastic sprue, so here I will zoom out. As you can see, here we get the separate panels for the bonnet, and you can assemble bonnet in the open position, or you can use this one-piece part for the closed position. We also have a lot of small parts. Here is the steering wheel, we have the wheel rims here, that's the front grille, and also various handles for the doors, the front bumper here. So overall it looks more or less okay. And the plastic itself is interesting because it's this light gray plastic. As you can see, we also have the plastic pins inside, so be careful and try to carefully or precisely separate them off the sprue so that you can get a more or less nice finish on those parts. Next we continue with another gray plastic sprue, and here we get the engine parts. Also we get the main chassis, which is molded as a single piece element, and also some of the drivetrain parts as well. So everything looks fine as usual. Masterbox does not show the parts numbers here, so you will have to pay attention on which parts are going here and there and try to use them properly, because I think there were some parts which are offered in several versions. Next, we continue with the last gray plastic sprue. So here we have another nice advantage for the scale. It's the separate doors. And it might be, even though we are dealing with the Cabrio version, so it might be handy for some DRM ideas. And the rifles are also a nice touch for something to be placed inside the car. Here you can also see the front wall from the opposite side. So it's quite nicely detailed kit, and I think it has all of the chances to become something even more neat once you get everything together and paint it properly. Next, I'm opening another plastic bag. Here I have the decals. So just give me a second. So for the decals, as you can see, the decal sheet is not that huge. We do not have the mention on where they were printed, at least I do not see it. And we have the license plates. We also have the dials for the instrument panels, and that's pretty much all. So I think that's the necessary minimum for all of the symbols, and I think the decals should be easy to apply, so no worries about it. And what is quite funny is that the decals are packed into the separate plastic bag, but the clear frame was not packed, even though, let me try, yes, it does fit the clear plastic bag, Ziploc bag, so I would rather have it packed into this bag, not have it separate in together with the gray plastic sprues. Why I'm speaking slow? Because I'm trying to understand how to open this assembly manual, and I will show you in a second what I'm talking about here. So I will close the lenses, zoom out as much as I can, and maybe move the sticker here. So here's what I'm talking about. This is newspaper format. So on the first page we have some safety devices, nothing interesting. And if I flip it over, here we have something important. So as you remember, I said that masterbox does not have any part numbers on the sprues, so here where you will get them, this is the parts map, and that's why you have to pay attention on which parts are used here and there. Assembly process starts with an engine, so it's quite an interesting process because you can see that you should also follow the necessary assembly sequence in order to install the engine onto the chassis. And as for the chassis, you can see the assembly instructions here. So as you remember, we have one piece element, so that's why the whole assembly process should be relatively easy. And then we have the separate section about the car body assembly. So here we also get the interesting solutions. I will try to flip it over like this, and now you can see what I'm talking about here. So here we have the, for example, bonnet, which is assembled out of separate panels. Note that manufacturer does not suggest any open positions, but I think because we have the separate panels, I think it should be doable. As you remember, we can also assemble the vehicle with the slided down glasses, also folded roof or open roof, I mean closed roof. So here you have all of the possible options available, and that's why it will be important to decide what you would like to depict. But overall, I think it's a really interesting kit in 1/35 scale, and it should be already available, as I said, so you can get it in Dynamics. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.